Leading up to Super Bowl 50, we will take a look at the various aspects of each of the participating teams over the course of the playoffs. Today, we focus on the strengths and weaknesses of each of those teams. Let's kick things off with the Carolina Panthers. The strength lies in not Cam Newton, but the defense in that front seven, featuring Star Lutile and K'Wan Shorts, 44 sacks over the season. Big credit to Thomas Davis and Luke Kuechly. Over 100 tackles, 8 interceptions between them. The Panthers defense ranked 6th in the league and only allowed 88 yards rushing a game. Their one weakness will be the passing game. Yes, even though Cam Newton is having that MVP season, he lacks the true number one wide receiver. Only Greg Olsen, his tight end, posted a 1,000-yard campaign. Question is, can Corey Brown and Ted Ginn and the remaining wide receiver cast perform in the playoff environment? How about those Arizona Cardinals? We know they can perform right with their receivers, and their receiver corps is their strength. Larry Fitzgerald and Michael Floyd. They can even stretch the field with Josh Brown and J.J. Nelson. They have a high-powered offense that can attack in many different ways, and is led by MVP candidate Carson Palmer. Their one weakness is that offensive line. Even though they only gave up 27 sacks, the line had been beaten by athletic pass rushers throughout the season. They can force the Cardinals to abandon their passing game. They may be ranked first, and they do have a rushing attack. Their average is 118 yards a game. This is the playoffs. The defense is keying in on those passing routes. How about those Green Bay Packers and Aaron Rodgers? He can still make plays, and he is the driving force of the Packers offense. We saw how prime they was against the Washington Redskins, putting up 38 points. He can spark a playoff run at any moment. His weakness is the exact same as the Arizona Cardinals, an unstable offensive line that surrendered 51 sacks over the course of the season. Yes, he was sacked one time against the Skins, but as you move forward in the playoff, it gets tougher. And you face tougher defenses such as the Seattle Seahawks. We know about that defense in the Legion of Boom. The Steelers' defense in the league only allows 17 points a game. The defense ranks second in the league. Give credit to Michael Bennett, Cliff Avril, and Bruce Irvin. 46 sacks and 14 interceptions on that defense. It's a plague with these offensive lines. Their offensive line has improved, but they still struggle. Question is, can they create push for that running game? They do get Marshawn Lynch back because they only averaged 3.5 yards going up against the Vikings last week. And they also have inconsistent pass protection. Wilson was sacked twice, and they will need to do better going up against the Panthers defense. How about those Denver Broncos in the AFC now? We know about their defense, ranked first in the league. Premier pass rushers and stable corners. They lead the NFL in sacks thanks to DeMarcus Ware and Von Miller. How about that secondary though? Aqib Talib, Chris Harris, Bradley Roby. They rank first in pass defense, only giving them less than 200 yards in the pass. Their weakness is the same as everybody else, that offensive line. They struggle in pass protection, and they surrendered 5 sacks to Khalil Mack back in Week 14. On top of that, 3 sacks to Carlos Dunlap in Week 16. They get Peyton Manning back. The Progenitor will need to conjure up a pass protection for himself. Here's a team with some decent line play, the New England Patriots. Their strength is the exact same as the Green Bay Packers. Tom Brady, the 3-time Super Bowl MVP, the clutch performer. He gets Rob Gronkowski back, and the return of Julian Edelman. They rank 5th in the passing with over 280 yards a game. The only weakness is Brady himself. We know he had that high ankle sprain thanks to that lick he took by Ndamukong Suh, but he has 2 weeks to recover. His O-line is his only big question mark, but like I said, they're decent enough where they can still win the game. How about those Kansas City Chiefs? 11 straight wins thanks to their defense and rookie cornerback Marcus Peters. 9 interceptions now. 26 passes deflected over the course of the season. We saw how good Justin Houston was. He may be day-to-day now, but when paired with edge rusher Tamba Ali, they're a force to be reckoned with. Like I said about everybody else, it's offensive line. They surrendered 46 sacks over the season, tied for 6th in the league. But the Chiefs don't seem to be worried about that. They're on the road with lightning in the bottle. But how about those Pittsburgh Steelers? Their wide receiver course is so explosive. Antonio Brown, Martavis Bryant, Marcus Wheaton, legit vertical threats. And Angelo Williams is still day-to-day. So we'll see what's up with that as time passes. The weakness is in the defense. The secondary, they must continue to maintain passing lane. They face a division rival with the Bengals. They face them enough times to know about them. They're facing different teams now. They have very good wide receiving corps. The defense ranked 21st in the league, 30th in the pass. The play hinges on Mike Tomlin's zone defense to maintain discipline. Guys, that's it for weaknesses and strengths. Comment, rate, subscribe, drop me a like. It's your new favorite place for everything NFL.